am I being a pain in the ass? With all these changes and everything that we're doing on here. And he looked at me and said, Joe, you build custom boats? I said, yeah. High-end customers and clients? I said, yes. He said, do you meet their needs at the end of the day? I said, definitely. He said, it's no different. So from that point on, I didn't mind going down there, even if it was twice a day. Go check it out.
They put a lot of stone down there.
Dude, I was actually thinking maybe if we're having problems with the culvert over here, maybe we leave this driveway. Oh, you know what I mean? You kind of have an S-turn coming in right here, which is nice.
Look at those building parts.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're done with the steel or is this more coming?
I don't know. We'll get some updates from Adam this week, really where we're at. Yeah, this looks good. That's a lot of building here, but I don't know if it's 50,000 square foot.
That's some big equipment in here.
Yep. Let's go take a look. Well, that site plan looks good in the background, eh? That's kind of cool. That was actually Kathy's idea. I was telling her I'm going to do a shoot with you or whatever. She said, well, put a site plan up. I'm like, yeah, good idea.
When I first started, up until probably about 2006, we were like crazy busy, like building, pumping boats out of here 1-2 a week. That was actually like a talk almost like right off the bat that, next few years we're planning on getting a new property, expanding the company.
We talked about getting a building since the day I started working here, and just kind of after hearing it for like 4 or 5 years, I was like, yeah, it's never going to happen.
Then the economy, took a dump, and basically that shut it down for the time being and put everything on pause. So, people got skeptical, oh, this is never going to happen. And then, we got some more excitement years down the road. We started building these center consoles, and it was talked about again. COVID hits, yet again, the economy is uncertain. You have all these things that are out of our control, but I always, kept up the hope and figured we'd find a way to do this sooner or later.
Look at the backup camera. Make sure the lens is clean for him.
Yeah, Adam, Carpenter Creations. We know we have the right general contractor with equipment, everything he has. Again, it's not one of the bigger sites that he's done. He's done a lot bigger than this before, but he's easy to work with. We sent out, not just a contractor, he's a friend. So we talk about every detail, and we're pretty meticulous at how everything is. But when he started bringing in this equipment, I went, holy smokes, he's gonna get stuff done fast. He's got big equipment. He's got earth movers. He's got the big dozers. He has the horsepower to do what he wants to do, needs to do.
So, Adam started as a customer of ours. He probably had one of the first really highly custom 34 CCXs we built. It's all black, called the Street. Yeah, he's done a lot of poker runs with us. And I remember building his boat. He was one of the pickiest, most meticulous customers there was. And that's kind of how we built the friendship. He flew out almost, every week to check on progress. And, he wanted everything black. Hinges had to get repowder coated. And, when we picked him as a builder, I realized that, that's the guy you want.
And I remember Kyle and I sitting there with Adam, and Kyle said to him, Adam, any chance I could run some of your big dozers or your earth movers around? Adam said, definitely, I'll put you in the seat. Big smile on Kyle's face, and I knew we were done, and he was our builder from there on in.
A couple times I'd come after work and run the roller. I got some good video, but a little boring sitting on it, but it's kind of cool just to be a part of the project, to be able to say that I worked with Adam a few times, during the build.
Well, maybe one day he'll let you graduate to an enclosed cab with heat.
Yeah, that's what I tell him. Yeah, that's an open one. I've been raining and...
Tell him long enough now and that you'd like some heat.
Yeah.
The success that we're experiencing right now is truly amazing. For the last year and a half or so, we've been on a quest to expand our operations, whether that is looking at vacant land,
looking at different buildings, building a building, whatever it takes right there. And it actually started with our controller. And I want to thank Leonard Solecki for everything that he's done over and above being a controller of the company. Him, along with our real estate agent that we dealt with, Debbie, they went with us, with Kyle and I, on every showing that we had. Whether we were going through the trenches with boots on through the swamps, looking at property, to different buildings that were around. We went probably at least a 40-mile radius for over a year and a half, looking at every building, every piece that was available for sale. We ended up landing on, and we closed on property on a corner of 26th and Starville Road. Beautiful parcel, vacant land. So now we have 24 acres of property, which is ideal for our future growth.
I like this staked out right here, and you can see the whole silhouette of the entire
Yeah, I mean, you can see the building. I can't wait to see it standing. Sometimes it looks small, but it's pretty big.
50,000 square foot is a big
You can see
building.
back corner.
Yep, exactly, the
corner.
other back corner.
The site plan actually started with Dave Moriarty. Dave was very instrumental, spent a lot of time on that, and started developing the site plan. And it's very close to what it was today, but many changes. We started building at the back of the property, not the front of the property, because we are manufacturing. Maybe as the years go up front, we would develop more retail stores or some things up front, you never know.
Wow, that's
Hellacious beams, eh?
It's a big building.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of steel.
Man, there's a lot of pieces here. Look at that pile. Walk the perimeter of it.
This is more than 20 semis.
We were trying to save the 2 trees. I'm still not sure if that one's gonna be able to save or not, depending on the parking lot. But it was just kind of a cool looking tree. Ponds dug, I think almost 100%. Trying to get it up before winter, but it looks like winter's hitting pretty quick, so I'm not sure that's gonna happen. We'll see.
Northstar Bank was extremely instrumental in working with us on that. Brian Moran, Jason Logill, been working with that bank for well over 15 years, even longer than that, and they've been through us and worked with us on everything that we have to do. Put together the program, got approvals for putting up a brand new building, 50,000 square foot, and developing the site. And when I say develop the site, that's pretty unique too, because you have 24 acres and you're going to develop the site for future expansion as well. So your ponds are bigger, your septics are bigger, your driveways are bigger, everything is bigger. The infrastructure you build up front for future growth.
So we designed the building to have future expansion opportunities, and the pad that we're standing on right now with the building kit is actually the pad for stage 2. So like for future expansion, we already have the stone work down to do the second phase of the building.
This one here could be smaller too. Could probably get by about 30,000 square foot on phase 2.
Yeah, we're in a 12,000 foot lease right now, so 30,000.
Totally, with all the buildings are about 48,000. We're building a 50,000 glass room itself. With, everything that we have in Algonac will be brought here. And then phase 2 would be everything that we have at County Line, which is all the rigging.
Eventually we'll be all together again under one roof, and this is the beginning stage of that. And to give the glass shop guys an assembly like something new to start out with, it's going to be great for them.
I'm the lamination supervisor, and I've worked in this building for 8 years. For those 8 years, company's been growing, and the building stayed the same size. We've knocked out walls, we added overhead storage. It's gonna be awesome to have room to work, room to put things.
Oh, it'll be a game changer. It'll be about double of what we have in this bay, in our assembly bay. It'll mean more people, more boats building. You know, everything's just gonna go to a higher scale and a bigger production.
I certainly never expected it. I always hoped. So it's really cool to see it come into fruition.
We're all so passionate about what we do and why we do it, and that's really what makes a great team. Without Joe's passion, without Kyle's passion, I mean, I don't know what this place would look like. So really, thank you, Joe, thank you, Kyle, for pushing this forward and, you know, giving us a great place to work at every day, and really just something to look forward to with the new building.
Expanding into St. Clair County was extremely important to us for the retaining all of our employees that we have. So with running about 50 employees right now, we don't want to lose any of them. We knew some of them properties we were looking at in buildings 40 miles out. We weren't comfortable with it, but we still had to explore to see what was available for sale. But at the end of the day, we always came back to St. Clair County. The other part of this is working with the EDA, Economic Development Alliance of St. Clair. And that's Dan Casey, Bruce Seymour, Tina Frazier, and their whole group. You could tell from the start that they wanted our business in St. Clair County. And then you have the MEDC, Michigan Economic Development Corporation, with Joe McCullough and Sarah Bishop, and they were extremely instrumental working with us on tax abatements, on the job training, making grants available for us, because we're going to be up to 70 to 80 employees in 3 years. So there was grants available about bringing new employees, and Joe actually met with us as well and got another grant on the building, which was huge. They're able to actually cut through the red tape that would be extremely difficult for us. We're boat builders. I don't put up buildings, and be able to do everything that they did for us was amazing. I never understood how much background work, paperwork, red tape, everything there is to do all that, which truly is amazing. And to have teams behind you to make it easy, we're very, very fortunate for that. Along with the site plan comes the building layout. And that portion of the whole project really fell on Kyle.
I've spent months thinking about this and walking through and showing supervisors. So it's been good. We've made some changes. We still have some opportunity to tweak a little bit of the inside, as far as walls or dividers from department to department. But I mean, it's 50,000 square foot. We have 2 crane bays. The cranes are 67 feet wide, which is huge, 10-ton cranes. So for the first time, we'll have the ability to, you could lift a 40-foot boat up and transfer it over another boat with the ceiling height that we have. So it's gonna be good. For efficiencies, it's gonna be a game changer. Right now, we're working out of 2 or 3 buildings, pushing boats through snow on carts. To be under one roof altogether is gonna be a game changer. We have 3,000 square foot upper and lower area for lunchroom, conference room, offices. That's going to be nice. With the ceiling height, I think it's 34 feet. So you're going to have 15-foot ceilings in the first floor and second floor of this office area. So it's going to feel really big and open.
The day that we picked out the colors of it, it was unanimous.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in the room basically picked the same colors, and we went with it. And we knew what we wanted. That's easy for us. Designs and graphics on colors, we do that every day.
We noticed, even when the new shop went up county line, just the enthusiasm from the staff, a new building, everything works right.
When I heard that we were going to get a new rigging shop, that was pretty exciting, I think, for everybody. And to move into this building, it's like a fresh start almost in a way.
We're in an older building in Elginak. We've tried to do a good job of maintaining it, but at the end of the day, it's a 60-year-old building plus, and a lot of the equipment in there is getting old, where we're constantly doing maintenance or service calls.
I think Kyle knocked down about 5 or 6 walls in the time that I was there in the first year or two. He was one that was trying to make things more efficient, make things better, make stuff like that. So we evolved that building, but we can only evolve it so much before we were busting at the seams.
So to come out, open the doors of a new building, everything's new and fresh, hopefully works right, and more modern systems on air makeup and controls. It's definitely going to make it a lot easier, and I think put a smile on everybody's face the first day they come to work.
I want to thank all of our employees for the success that we're experiencing today. We wouldn't be here without them. That's why it was important that we stayed right here in the area, kept our roots where they are. We don't want to lose any of them. They are professionals. And then I'd also like to thank my wife as well, Kathy, for putting up with me for 1.5 years, because you have your normal business that you do day to day running this organization. And then over and above that, you're looking to expand, to put a building and running around. And I know I drove her nuts. I'd come home, run different ideas by her. She'd have different ideas. And I think she was pretty relieved that the end of the day, once we actually closed on the property and went up to Port Huron, signed on everything, but she was my rock through the whole thing and helped me out tremendously. Developing the site plan, we worked with project control engineer right down the road here, John Monty, and he was awesome to work with. And the site plan changed so many times. Kyle and I would go there every day and move things around. We moved the pond from over here to up here to back here, all over the place. And I sat there with John in one of the meetings and I said, John, am I being a pain in the ass? With all these changes and everything that we're doing on here? And he looked at me and said, Joe, you build custom boats? I said, yeah. High-end customers and clients? I said, yes. He said, did you meet their needs at the end of the day? I said, definitely. He said, it's no different. So from that point on, I didn't mind going down there, even if it was twice a day. And you only get one shot. That's what he said. You get one shot to make this site plan right. And we did. And I believe we have a phenomenal site plan today. I like the way it is. The driveway, that moved 5, 6 different times. The parking lots moved. Everything moved. But it was very exciting doing all that because that is the future of Sunsation.
I've never seen a more dedicated person to making things happen and going all out, whatever he could do to make this company grow.
Without Joe's passion, I would say this expansion and this move surely wouldn't have happened as fast as it has been.
Yeah, I think it was pretty selfless of Joe to kind of put his neck out there, and it's really only going to benefit the employees and not really him.
I mean, there's so much behind the scenes, and that doesn't happen without passion for the industry, passion for the product, the company, and passion for everybody that works here.